So in this program, we're going to look at how you can discover your potentials, how you can work on your potentials to grow, how you can identify the challenges you will face as you grow your potentials, and also how you can maximize your potentials. Welcome to Maximizing Your Potentials with Oyedeji on Peace and Joy Radio. We're going to go to a break now, and we're back shortly as we look into some of the things I've itemized. And I believe that it is time for us to maximize our potentials. Thank you very much. See you soon. Welcome back from that short break. Like I said earlier, we are on live now, and this is the maiden edition of this great program, this informative program and educative program called Maximizing Your Potentials. Like I said before, we are all born to be great. The reason is the one who created us is the greatest. So we're going to look at some points of how to maximize our potentials. And I'm sure some of us have some questions in mind. So you can join us live if you want to participate. You can call the studio on 0161 248 7733 extension 5. The studio line is 0161 248 7733 extension 5. Or you can send your contribution on our WhatsApp. It's 079 51 55 22 079 51 55 2261. Now let's look at some of the things we want to discuss today. What's potential? We look at what's potential. A lot of us, let's look at some of the definitions we have of potentials. It can be seen as having or showing the capacity to develop into something in future. So potential can be seen or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future. Or also, it can also be seen as a supernatural seed planted by God in creation for manifestation. So capacity is something that it's for the future, and it has to manifest. It's not something that is the past. It's something that needs to be manifest in the future. So capacity is like a seed planted that needs to grow. So it comes in the form of a seed. That's capacity. Because when the seed is planted and well watered and nurtured, it grows and it manifests. And that's what capacity, and that's what potential is all about. So for you to maximize your potential, first of all, you need to identify what is the potential actually. So the potential is like a seed in your life. So you look at it, you locate it, you identify it, and once you identify your potential, then you learn how to water it to make it grow. Then once you do that, you look out for what will discourage you from it to grow. Because when you plant a seed, it has a bit of bushes coming around it that will disturb its growth. So you look at how you can remove those weeds and all that to allow it to grow. And then when it grows, it begins to show forth. And that's what potential is all about. Now let's look at some ways to identify potentials. Because sometimes people wonder, say, oh, no, I can't be great in life. We are all born to be great. And I'll tell you why we are all born to be great. Because the one who created us is the greatest. And it says in the Bible, it says, let us come and make man in our image. And if we are created in the image of God, who is the greatest, then we have the potential to be great. All we need to do is to identify that potential. Now, one of the things you need to look at is, before you can identify your potential, you must have something called confidence, self-confidence. If you don't have self-confidence, you cannot develop your potential. Even if you identify it, you can't develop it. Because self-confidence makes you to believe in yourself that you can be great. A lot of people have died and gone to the grave and gone with their potentials because they refuse to believe in themselves. So one of the things you need to look inward is to see what makes you great. What can make me great? What do I have confidence in doing? And what can I develop this? How do I develop this confidence that I have? So you look inwards in yourself and identify something that you know you are great about. It can be music, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be what A is doing that B has to do. We are all born with different potentials. So you look inward and identify your potential. And one of the ways you can do that is to pray. Sometimes you need to pray to God to reveal your potentials to you. And other times you also need to move with the right people. The right people who will make you to know that you have potential. Because you move people who will encourage you. So sometimes also it matters who you move with, who you speak with, who you share your visions with. They can help you to identify your potential. Then we have people who we call mentors. Sometimes you have people who can see your greatness. You might not even see it yourself. And if they are sincere with you, they'll tell you, oh, you have this, you're going to be great in this. Then you now begin to identify that greatness. You begin to identify that potential in you. So that's some of the areas you can identify your potential. And also, you can't even identify it even from friends. from children, from anyone. They can identify your potentials for you, and then you can develop it yourself. So this is very good for us to identify our potentials. It's so good that also that we don't move with the wrong group of people that will discourage you, that you don't have potentials, or that you can't do anything. Now, potential is not something new. It's not something new. It's something that is been in every one of us. So don't look for it as, oh, it's something that has to come brand new, or something that has to, no. It's something that you've been born with. All you need to do is to grow it. Identify it and then grow it. So when you're looking for your potentials, don't look outside. Look inward. Look inward. That potential is inward. And I can assure you that if you look deeper into your life, into what you've been doing over the years, you will realize that you have something in you that is tangible. Something that you can use to make influence in life. Now let me come into one area that a lot of people get it wrong. Some people believe that if you don't have money in your bank account, you cannot fulfill your destiny in life. They believe that you don't have assets. You don't have what A or B has. No. Success in life, which is fulfilling your potential, another way of using, is when you realize the amount of lives your life has touched positively. So let's look at that properly now. It is not the amount of money that you put in a bank account or the amount of money you make that makes you successful in life. Because I will show you that there are a lot of millionaires there who are not successful. But if you look at the impact that your life has made or is making to people positively, then that is success. Because this is the secret. If after you die and your name is still written in the lives of people, and they are still remembering you for the impact you have had on them, then that is success. That is success. Because that means even if you are dead, your name is still on. And what you've done in their life is still